Hello, this is the voice of the Lewis Approach. It's not York, it's New York. And it's not Jersey, it's New Jersey. And here, it's not mental health, it's new mental health. And we're going to do something a little bit different here. We actually got a lot of interest in the Lewis Approach, and you've seen some of the videos that on the right of the camera, you see Nancy right there, and to the left, you see Chuck as you're looking. And we have some email questions. And we've always encouraged people to send an email question. We got a boatload of email questions, so we're going to get out to the actual email questions. So these are going to be directed at Chuck, but because Nancy is becoming a certified trainer, she's almost completed, she will be able to jump in and give her perspective because she's new with the Lewis Approach as well, a lot like some of you folks have right now. So here's the first email. This is from a wife. She says here, when my husband comes home from work, he just ignores me and doesn't pay any attention to me, and I feel completely left out and unwanted. How can I use the Lewis Approach to help get the attention I'm looking for? Is there a way that what could she do to help get herself more attention?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad that you sent that email in because a lot of people experience this. A person comes home from work and they may not want to communicate. There could be all kind of reasons why they don't want to communicate. In the first place, they could have had a bad day. They could have been exhausted, didn't get enough sleep, stuff like that.
But you know, we women, we take that as being neglected.
That's right, yes. And
So she wants to know what she could say, it looks like.
Right. Now, so the first place you want to see that person's perfect being them. Means they screw up perfectly and they do things right perfectly or whatever it is. But now you want to get your needs met, yours, and that is you want it to be communicated to. And so what you do is you call a person's name first. People respond when you call their name. So you call their name and then you tell them what you want them to do. You might say, George, do this to me. Talk to me. Tell me what happened today on your job. And he might say, well, nothing big and important. George, I understand that. Tell me more. Explain some things to me that you do on your job. Do that for me.
So she uses his name and then tells him to tell her what he did for his day.
Yes.
How does she just, yeah, go ahead.
I was just thinking that would be really nice. I mean, most of us have probably have this question. I'm really excited that this viewer actually wrote in and asked this question because I think most women feel, even if they've worked all day also, they still want that verbal, communication with their husband.
Yeah. And let me tell you how it works. What happens is it upsets them.
Yeah, it does.
The Lewis Approach deals with the hormones in the body. So when you're upset, that means you have adrenaline.
Yep.
When you call that person's name,
That's
George,
going to get their attention,
gets their attention, but
Yes.
you're using up the adrenaline.
which is
And
amazing.
then when you tell George to tell you what went on at the work that day, you're using up the adrenaline despite what he might say.
Yeah.
Now, if he puts you off, you stick with it. George, go out of your way for me.
So you do it a second time.
You do it a second time.
Okay.
See, there's a 3 times rule, but you do it a second time. Because what happens, let's just see how the process goes. When a person is dealing with something, let's say, for example, I'm watching a football game, and it's in the 4th quarter, and it's about to score, and you try and say, wait a minute.
And we like to do that as women,
Yeah.
We like to interrupt you guys.
And so my mind is still on the game. I didn't listen, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
So you say, well, wait a minute, I'm
Yeah.
watching the game. And then you say it again, what do you want? Okay, they finally hear it. They may not sound too good, but that's called the 3 times rule.
Okay.
And so they wouldn't respond to you till they connect up. They have to connect with you.
Yeah.
Then they do it. You say, call.
Well, that makes sense. So we're not supposed to be mad at them and call them jerk or anything like that.
No, because when you call his name and tell him to talk to you and all that, that is mad at you. It doesn't sound like it.
Right. It doesn't.
But that's a whole bunch of mad.
And it's getting it out. It's actually
You know,
releasing it.
There was this movie with Bruce Lee, and he said something like this, says, and this is what Lewis Approach is. It says, it's the art of fighting without fighting. See, so that's what it is. The Lewis Approach is the art of fighting without fighting.
So we women need to get out there and do the Lewis approach, the art of fighting without
Well,
fighting
fight.
with our husbands.
Yeah, see, because
that sounds good.
if you tell someone to talk to me, it doesn't sound like a fight.
No,
If
it
you
doesn't.
say- If you tell them be nice to me, if you say treat me in a good way, say good things to me, make me feel good, it doesn't sound like a fight, but that's a big fight.
Now, what happens if you say it and they don't do anything and they don't respond? What do you do then?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that, because when you tell people what to do, you usually up the adrenaline. When you have adrenaline, you can't use your outer intelligence because your hormones take over.
Okay.
So you will logically begin to understand what to do because you now don't have these hormones interfering.
Right.
So what you do is you say, sit down, talk to me, and tell me what you did today. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you a couple of things what I did today, and listen to me. And then I want you to take your turn and tell me what happened.
Okay.
And then tell them a little bit of what you
And that's
did.
getting your needs met, which is exactly what we all want. I mean,
Yes.
everyone wants to get their needs met.
Yeah. And so it works really well because and the idea is that whenever you have a conflict with someone, like your husband or whatever it is, wife, someone, want everything to go your way.
Yeah.
So you just tell them, hey, do everything for me. What do you mean do everything? Go out of your way, be nice to me, come and give me a hug, do all these things to me. And see, when you tell someone, be nice to me, sounds like you're being selfish. But what the other person hears is that I've already approved of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
that's-
you. Just talk nice to me.
Yeah, you don't have to say I like you, you just say, give me a hug. The more you want things your way, the more they think you like them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And that's interesting because I've never really thought of that concept before. But yeah.
No, let me just tell the audience that's listening. Everybody out there, smile and make me happy. Now, see if that makes you feel bad that I said that.
It does. It makes me smile. So.
That's how it works. So, seeing everything to go your way sounds like a terrible thing. But I say, I want everything my way. I don't want you to get things your way. Put your stuff aside, put all mine in front. Sound like it'll be a big trouble. It's not. Because all you're saying to the person is you're important in my life.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Do things for me. It certainly helps them feel that they have the power to do it.
Yeah.
So they don't have to question. Because they'll say, hey, can you be nice to me? They're going to wonder, well, can I? They don't know.
That's part of the don'ts, you know, we're never supposed to ask questions.
Yeah.
So that's one of the don'ts
That's a don't. Yeah.
of the Lewis approach, which I really enjoy, you know, and that has actually come to my mind quite often as well, is the three don'ts.
Yeah.
The do's are pretty easy, but the don'ts I really have to remember, and
I know.
because we all want to focus on the you and you know that,
Yeah.
so
A lot of people, what they do is they want, need,
please.
please, should, you should do this for me. Or you know, one of the things really that really makes me laugh when they say, well, you should have known what I wanted.
Oh yeah.
How
You know,
in the world would you know what someone else wants?
and I think that's so funny because we as women, we hold our husbands hostage when they don't know what we want. And as I've been doing the Lewis approach, I'm realizing I've got to tell him what I want. He doesn't know how, and I don't know what ever made us as women, but I know all of my girlfriends and I, we all think that our husbands should know these things, and I don't know why we're programmed to think that because nobody knows what another person's thinking.
Yeah, actually, guys think that too.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they think, oh, you should have known that. You know I go to work, you know I do this. They think that because they go to work that the wife knows what's going on.
Right,
See,
right.
but they don't. You've got to tell them,
Yeah.
You have a bad day on the job, you don't want to tell her about it because you feel embarrassed or something.
So then if somebody has a husband, or even I guess it works the opposite spouse, so if it's a husband or a wife, it would work regardless of gender, that they would say the person's name and then tell them to talk about their day. And that's what they would
That's
do.
right, yes.
Okay, so whoever sent that email in there, that's the answer.
Yeah, thank
Here's
you so
another
much.
one here. This one I'm going to paraphrase a little bit because it involves, it says high school sophomore, so I'm just going to kind of paraphrase. But basically, they're saying that they're being bullied at school, and there's some person, I guess they dress like a biker, it looks like, and they're saying that the person comes up to them, calls them a little twerp, and pushes them. Calls him a little twerp and push him, and he's bigger. So he's trying to figure out, he talked to the teacher says that she's going to talk to him about it, but every day the same thing keeps happening, so nobody's listening. So what would he do, this person here, if they're this big person, push him, calling him a little twerp? Happens every day. How would they use the Lewis approach?
Right, let me just mention something about that to start with. People that bully are having problems. That's why they
Of
bully.
their own, yeah.
See, they're having problems. So they try to take their own insecurities out on
Other people.
someone else that's smaller, and they can dominate. But words are very powerful. So if a person calls you a name, you say, I heard what you said to me, and I saw you push me, I felt you push me. Tell me why you did that.
What if he says, because I want to? What should he say?
No, what I want you to think right then is being bullied is that you are now in charge.
How so?
Because they are answering to you.
Yep.
Oh.
If you
You shifted it.
Yep,
See?
you shifted the power.
Once once they answer the question, you're in charge. Now you keep using action verbs. It says, you're not going to answer it. Tell me why you're not going to answer me. Make it easy for me. See,
Wow.
so the process of telling them what to do lets them, empowers them, and telling them make it easy for you gets their endorphins, which begins to undo the bully's adrenaline.
What do they say if the person says, what are you going to do if I don't quit calling you a twerp? What are you going to do? What should they say?
I'm glad you asked that. Hold your question. In the meantime, do this for me and tell me why you're saying that.
And
You
I had
stay-
actually used this
Yeah.
process, so I know that it works.
Yes.
Well, you've been bullied?
Oh, yes.
Even
though I'm tall,
They didn't call you a twerp, but what
They didn't
happened?
call me a twerp, but they told me what to do, and, yes, I think there is not a human being on this earth that has not been bullied at some point in their life. And when that happens, and you stop and you say, tell me why you said that, it stops the whole fight. It stops the adrenaline, everything. You can actually feel your whole body relax.
That's right. You know, Nancy, here's what has to happen. In order for a bullyee to be affected by the bullier, they have to take on that bully's problem.
Right.
See, because if they don't take it on, a person calls your name, and you don't take it on, and you realize that that person has a problem, you don't take it on, you don't feel bad.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when you tell the bully what to do for you, you're using up the thing that's going to affect you negatively.
And what this Lewis approach does is it's mainly, it's going to keep us healthier.
Absolutely.
And so that's why it's so important that we get this word out and that they learn about this Lewis approach, that the public learns so that they can, help their health, so that they can stop all this, our hormones, which are wreaking havoc in our bodies every single day.
I was just thinking about what I did. The person says I'm a dumb person
Mhm.
and I don't know anything. And I said to them, is that God talking? What makes you think that that person knows what they're talking about?
And that's such a good point. I mean, don't we all listen to what other people say? We shouldn't. We should value ourselves as being great just because God created us.
God would probably be the most popular person if they listen to God. But they listen to these bullies.
Yeah, that's so true. Thank you so much, Charles. It was a pleasure to
Okay, thanks.
have you interview with me today. Thank you.